Hey, great evening to you all. I hope that this morning when you started your day, you woke up grateful. And I hope that you were able to remind yourself to be grateful. And you were able to count your blessings to see everything that you are grateful for. And I hope you set that high vibe for your day. And I hope that you've been able to easily flow through your day with no resistance, no hiccups, filling your heart at every opportunity. Yeah. Why do I say that? Because if that's not how you're living life, well, then it just is not worth it. Okay? That's facts. So, today, you know what? I didn't come out this morning because my day's been full. My day's been full. And in a great way. So, I figured I better come out here and shed some love and stuff before the night carries on and finishes without me, you know? Yeah, guys, loving your life and loving yourself is definitely the key to freedom. Okay? And it opens the door to a journey that is an adventure. It really is. But you got to stay true to your heart, no matter what you're doing. And it's sometimes difficult because, like I was saying yesterday, we all get caught up sometimes in the human experience of things. How could we not? We're living it. But if you genuinely have a profound love for life and for yourself, it assists you to be like water over rocks and running freely and smoothly. So I'm going to remind you guys all today again. Conflict and chaos arises when there's a lack of discernment. What's that? Well, using the governance of your heart. You don't find discernment in your brain. You find that in your heart. So you got to stay true to loving yourself and loving life in order to get the most out of it. Okay? Because, hey, no matter what you're living, you can have a profound love for life. I know I do. It makes everything so much more joyous to live. Like, today's a brand new day. You're a brand new person. So you could have chosen yourself to do and be whoever you wanted to do and be today. So I hope you guys did just that. Because you know something? As each day goes by lately, I find myself getting more and more and more out of life. And if you always do what you always did, well, you'll always get what you always got. So you gotta sometimes just jump out of that. And I have. And I'm grateful for it because, I love myself and I love my life. I really do. And you know, I had a good conversation with somebody today because they really cold blooded and they asked me, Toby, I just don't know how you can be so positive about everything. And literally just like, does anything really bother you? And I'm like, well, not really. I take learning from everything. But does anything really bother me? No. People are going to be who they're going to be. And life is going to be what it is. But me loving life and loving myself will ensure that I'll get the most out of my life. Heartfully. It doesn't matter. And all things are temporary. So how can I not love my life? I don't look at the totality of my life like it's been so terrible. Not at all. It has been a joyous ride. I've had a lot of fun. I really have. And I'm going to continue to do so no matter what. I have fun during the day. I don't need to have another person around me for that. I literally get the most out of every day by my choice alone. I don't have anything to be depressed about. I'm not an ungrateful being. No, I'm a very grateful being. I'm grateful for my capacity to be alive. I'm grateful for my capacity to be who I am genuinely. And I'm really grateful for my capacity, which enables me to love my life and myself too. But that's the key. It's key to freedom. Freedom from what? Well, freedom from feeling anything but okay. It's as simple as that. When you are a resilient individual, you can deal with anything. It doesn't matter what you have to live. And when you understand that everything that you live is merely for learning, hey, bring it on. Bring it on. I don't want to stay stuck being any person, even who I was yesterday. I evolve and grow and change as an individual every day. Now, I either get better or bitter by choice. Me, I will get better and better and better and better every day by mere choice alone. Things are either by choice getting better for you because you are a better being to yourself, or you're not. And that is a mere choice too. But first and foremost, I'm a better being to myself, primarily, by choice. And that's a must. That's a must. And that's where the standards lie. Like, why would I choose to embody anything other than a positive outlook and the genuine creative capacity that I have? I wouldn't. I know who I am. So therefore, it really doesn't matter what I have to live. It's all just a mere experience. I don't take it too, nah. I can live anything and everything. This is easy. My life is easy right now. And I was trying to explain this to somebody in the same conversation that I was having with them today. My life is very easy. And from their standpoint, they don't see it as easy. But I do. I see my life as very easy. Why? Because over the past couple of months, the things that I have eliminated from my life, well, the stress went with it. I have been a person, after I knew that from ICU, when I had to heal myself and come out of there, I knew from that moment, allowing that old self to die, that I could no longer be who I was in order to stay alive. So I chose that. Nobody chose that for me. So every day, I make a simple choice of what I am going to embody as what I'm going to allow for me every day by mere choice. My life right now is very easy. It really is. When I sit down and think about it in calm waters, I don't have to think about it. I really don't. Because I have never been one, since I came out of ICU, to create stress for myself. Never. I do everything to eliminate stress at any cost. So this is why I've cut off a lot of people, and I've cut a lot of things out of my life, because these things and these people are stressful individuals in their own lives. So that is not good for me. I serve my purpose and I move the fuck on, because I do not create stressful situations for myself no matter what, by mere choice alone. So why would I bother dealing with anybody else's stress at this point in my life? You see, when I walked away from that relationship that I was in for 2.5 years, before I did that, I made a lot of people know that I would need support to get myself out of that. And I was promised by a lot of people that, you know what, should I do that for myself, that the support will be there to get me through the hardest times. Well, guess what? Not one person followed up on that. All they did was amplify stress in my life by needing me for everything but what I had to do for myself. So, have I learned from that? Of course. So, my point of that is this. I have always had to face everything in my life by myself. There is very few people that have ever come out of pocket for me or helped me in any kind of way. Very few. And there's always been a price tag attached to that. Always. So, knowing that, I don't put myself in a situation to depend on anybody anymore. Nobody. But by doing that, that also frees me from anybody or anything being dependent on me either. See what I mean? Freedom. What does that have to do? Well, it has to do with loving myself and loving my life. And if I'm not creating stressful situations for my own life, then why am I going to allow another person to do that for me? Or bring stress into my life? I won't. That's why people have a real problem with the way I deal with them. And they take it personal. But they only see my reaction. They don't take a good look at what they're bringing to me. But that's okay. Because I love myself and I love my life. So it frees me of feeling any other way than being okay. And it opens doors for me to really enjoy my life. See what I mean? And that is, hey, that's priceless. That's absolutely priceless. Okay? But that's the way I govern my life. Yeah. I am very much used to people not following up on their word. And this is why I stay true to mine. Okay? I am very much used to getting kicked when I'm already down. So much so that I'm not even sensitive to it anymore. Now what I do is I just do not give anybody those opportunities to do that to me. That's all. So really, everything that I've lived has made me evolve into a better person. For who? For myself, primarily. I've learned to depend on me. I have learned to rely strictly on my heart and what it's guiding me to do, because that tells me the truth. Whereas if I stay stuck in the human experience of what it is and, no, that is going to tell me a very different story. Very much so. So you got to love yourself enough to do certain things for yourself that don't allow you to be driven into any other state of being within yourself. Literally. So that's all mere choice too. But personally, like I was telling somebody today, look, the same person I had a really good conversation with, and they were like, yeah, I just don't get it. Because me, I see you and it's a fucked up situation. I'm like, yeah, I felt like that for a little bit. But it really isn't. Because when you remove the emotion out of it all and you stay in the discernment of your heart, really, I am not in a fucked up position. I'm really not. Farthest thing from it. Farthest thing from it. I have my peace back, which is priceless. You know, you can't pay for that kind of peace, eh? You can't. You know how good it feels for me to have cut ties with even certain family members that, hey, you know how much time I have gained back by not having to cater to them? You have no clue. You don't know what I've done for myself on a bigger picture for myself to free myself of anything that was stressful. Good comes out of every bad situation. I firmly believe that. And there's been a lot of good for me that's come out of all of the shit I've had to live in my life. Even if it is just me. But, hey, you got to love yourself enough, and you got to love your life if you plan on getting the most out of it. Because if you're denying yourself of actually loving yourself, nobody can give you that or fill that within you, number one. You can't seek that out outwardly because you'll seek it off of 100 different faces and never find it. And that's facts. You know? Come on. You got to love yourself. You got to love your life if you want to get the benefits of that. You know, if you're not loving yourself, well, and you're treating yourself shitty, well, then that's exactly how you're treating others, and that's how they're going to treat you. So you got to get real with all of it. Big time. Big time. Anyway, guys, yeah, I had a full day. That's why I didn't come out here this morning. But it's not because I'm in some chaos. No, I am doing better and better and better every day. Trust me when I tell you that. Yeah. And I don't just say that. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I feel on top of the world. I really do. And at this point, loving myself and loving my life frees me from anything or anybody pulling me down from that state. Literally. Yeah, and I don't see things the way the world does. And I'm grateful for that too. Yeah. But guys, I encourage you all, love yourself and love your life. When you're having negative thoughts about yourself, stop them. Right dead in their tracks. Rewrite that. Say something positive about your being. Watch how you speak about yourself. Watch how you speak about others. And you know, see other people for how they are and how they do. Okay? Stay out of your own opinions of it all and see it for what it is. Whether they actually love themselves and love their life. Are they people that are bringing you some kind of worth in your life? Or are they just depleting yours? You see, you really got to see that to make the right decisions. And I've had a lot of questions about, relationships and this and that and this and like all kinds of questions. Well, no relationship works if you don't have a good relationship with your own being. It's as simple as that. You got to be okay within yourself before you can be okay with anybody beside you. Because if you couple up with somebody, well, you're going to find in them everything that you need to heal in you. Until you're a healed, whole being anyway. So it's not going to work unless you're okay within your own being. And you know what I've noticed a lot too? I've noticed a lot of game changers that are out there in the world that are actually alone right now. And it's okay to be alone until you master your own being And then until you heal yourself, because I wouldn't suggest anybody to jump into anything with anybody until they're fully healed. Yeah. Well, other than if it's just, whatever. But if it's just whatever, then it's, sex is sacred energy exchange. So you shouldn't be laying down with just anybody anyway. Like, sex is supposed to be something that's enjoyed. We have a creative center for that. Like, simple. We have functionality within our being to feel the pleasures of that and to feel alive. But that's not just meant for anybody either, because of the energy that other individuals embody. That's why. Haven't you ever slept with somebody randomly or on a whim and not felt good after? Well, that's not because you regretted doing it. It's because their energy was poisonous. I know it factually, first-handedly. Okay? Simple as that. So this is why you really got to be in a great relationship with yourself to expect to have a great relationship outside of you. So it stems down to also having a great perspective on life in order to be able to enjoy and have a great life. So if you don't have a love for life, well, then you can't get the most out of it. You really can't. So you got to have a good relationship with yourself first. Really do. And if you don't, well, then don't expect it to work with anybody else. And you can sit and blame it and make all the excuses you want for it, but the fundamental fact, bring it down to basis fact is, you cannot have a good relationship with anybody else in your life if you do not have a good relationship within your own being. And we oftentimes get distracted and focused on everything but truly how things are really making us feel, until it's actually worn us down to the point that we're sick. And then once we're sick, what happens? Instead of fixing it, we accept it as a state of being for ourselves, which evolves and grows, because everything evolves. It's evolution and growth. So depending on where you're putting your energy, well, that's what's going to evolve and grow in your life. Simple as that. So it all is dependent on what your focus is on. Yeah. So if you focus on being sick, well, you are evolving and amplifying that. If you focus on not feeling right, well, then you amplify, evolve, and grow that. Everything is about evolution and growth, upward spiral. So it depends what you choose to embody within your own being that has the effects externally on everything. That's why I encourage you all. Love yourself and your life no matter what. Be grateful for everything coming your way, because everything's life lessons. And you either learn it and apply it to make yourself a better being, which enables you to have the capacity to love yourself and your life, or you don't. But that's up to you. Nobody can force feed you that. Nobody. So you got to make those decisions for yourself. And trust me when I tell you, my life, I am okay. I am more than okay. I have total harmony within my being. You know what a successful day to me looks like? Like a day like I've had today. Okay? So what did I do today that was successful? Oh, brought a whack of stuff down to the locker, shoveled off my balcony, did all my laundry, even with blankets and linen, and had a really great conversation with somebody, explaining to them how to shift a perspective to make things easier in their life. And it actually worked again, because it does. If somebody seeks knowledge and wants to know how to change certain things, they're more apt to take the learning than somebody who's just, and that's when I don't even bother, because there's no point. There's no point trying to force something on somebody that they don't want for themselves. It's no point. And then I had a really great conversation with who I consider to be my soul brother. Like, for a couple of hours talking to him this afternoon. That was like really heart-filling. So, what is success in my day? Being productive, maintaining a high vibe throughout my whole day is successful. Not falling from grace, successful. Being able to love myself all day, successful. Being able to love my life all day, successful. So that is a successful day for me. And I don't expect or want anything more or anything less. No matter what I'm living or what I'm doing. That's the key to the freedom. So, I want to be free. I've been shackled to hell all my life. So when I turned it to a state of heaven within, why would I not keep that up? I didn't write a book about it and try to show other people about it so that I could embody a different state. No. This is the work I've already done for myself. So I'm living proof again, guys. Listen, you can get through anything. Stop thinking your shit is hard, number one. Because you only feel it's hard because you're telling yourself that. You're only stressed out because you're telling yourself you're stressed out. Don't do that. Watch the things that you command over your being. Because as you say these things, this is you're commanding it to be. And you'll feel the effects of just that. That's why love yourself enough. Speak highly of your being all the time, no matter what. You're a creative, energetic being. Doesn't matter what your life experience has been. I'll remind you guys all again today, it is gone. It no longer exists. Okay? It no longer exists. So, it's your choice. So make some conscious choices, loving choices for yourself. All the time. Why? Because you matter enough to do it. So, I love you all. Get the most out of your night. Set that high vibe. And I'll see you guys all out here tomorrow. I love you all. Have a great night. Peace.